everybody, Daryl Rotenberry here again. Today we're going to talk about the differences between what is constitutional, unconstitutional, and what is extra constitutional. With the recent election, everybody was talking about, well, this is unconstitutional and that's constitutional and it violates rights and this, that, and the other. And I think it tends to get a little bit confused, and it's very easy to. Now, when something, of course, is constitutional, it's explicitly written out in the Constitution, so obviously that goes without saying. But if something is unconstitutional, that means it directly violates some tenement of the Constitution. In a previous recording, we discussed how hate crimes is an actual violation of the Constitution. It violates the 14th Amendment. Because of that, those kinds of laws should actually be deleted. They should be removed, they should be amended, whatever. That's an actual violation. But something such as the ObamaCare law tends to be not so much unconstitutional as it is extra constitutional. It's not expressly forbidden by the Constitution, but it can be, a little bit in that gray area. Some say that it violates the Commerce Clause. I'm not really sure how it does, but in any event, that tends to be extra constitutional. So we need to take a look at some of these things that are extra constitutional and decide, do we actually need them? Let's take, for example, the different departments. The EEOC, for example, it definitely champions the cause of the 14th Amendment, which is a violation of, hate crimes, I said, which actually violates the 14th Amendment. So this kind of a bureaucracy should actually be gone. It should be dissolved. It doesn't need to be in existence because it violates the Constitution. Same thing with the EPA. The EPA will go in and tell people what they can and cannot do with their land without compensation. That is a direct violation of the Constitution. The only time, of course, the government can come in is under the right of eminent domain, and that's generally for public use. And, of course, the Constitution says that they have to have gone either through some sort of due process or something like that, and usually they provide compensation, usually twice the going rate. So we have to look at the different departments of the government to think how we're going to slash the government to save money and how we can justify it in terms of the Constitution. If something is a direct violation of it, clearly it needs to be gone. But if something is extra constitutional, such as the FDA, well, we can say that the FDA is extra constitutional in the fact that it doesn't have anything to do with our rights or anything like that, but it does go under the general welfare clause of the Constitution. Regulation of drugs, you want to see the safety, that kind of thing. But is it actually needed? We need to take a look at some of these different departments, the bureaucracies. We need to determine which is actually unconstitutional. Those can be gone without any kind of, as far as I'm concerned, debate. And of course, if something is extra constitutional, do we actually need to spend the money on these departments? These are things that we're going to have to go through in the next couple of years, because the next big election is coming up and we need to get geared up for it. But we'll go over some other things in the next video. Till then.